we're looking to expand to the U.S. We're a Canadian company. I'm the founder, my wife and I. We did about $12 million last year, and our profit was about 1.5 Canadian dollars, just to be clear.
Wow, well, way to go.
Yeah, thank you. I'm the father of 5, and I'm excited to chat. We essentially manufacture our product, which is a small log cabin kit that people can build themselves in a couple days. We manufacture here in Ontario, and we ship last year to all of the provinces and most of the territories of Canada and 40 different U.S. states.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much of your volume percentage was in Canada and how much was in the U.S.?
It's evolving, but if I look at the last trailing quarter, it was about 60-40 Canadian versus American. And that portion is growing the most. Yeah, our American sales are doing 200% roughly, and our Canadian sales are kind of a little bit flat.
So what's all this tariff junk going to do to you?
Well, so far it's amounted to a lot of chaos over nothing. We've been shipping our stuff across the border before all the announcements are made and kind of trying to get ahead of things. But we are still a 0% tariff item, although that seems to be constantly in flux. My base case right now is that because our item is under the former trade agreement, which will be renegotiated next year, that we're probably safe until, I think it's April of 2026.
And you're probably safe then.
Who knows?
Well, I mean, who knows? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm not an expert on what's going on. That's why I was asking you. But
fair.
So, but most of what I've seen on the tariff stuff so far, and by the time this airs, even it might be wrong, but is a lot of saber rattling, a lot of grenade throwing. But as you said, a lot of chaos. But actual net result is 0.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's some exceptions to that, obviously, but Canada and Mexico are different than some of the other or other countries that President Trump's negotiating with, in that, he wanted some equality there, but he was also concerned about border issues, as I understand it. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a political person, but yeah, that's kind of what I've gathered from some headlines.
Okay. All right, that's the only thing I've got it from. I hadn't had a discussion with him, I promise you. But okay, so, I mean, does it not feel like that there's it would be a low percentage that you ever get tagged?
Yeah, or if it's like, say, 5 or 10%, I think we can eat that and keep growing.
Yeah. And how, of course, it would have to be, for sure, you got a year.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's my base case right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but even prior to Trump even getting elected, on our roadmap, we were looking at our growth trajectory in Canada versus growth trajectory in America, and America production was still on the roadmap. It's just that it was more of like a 2027 or maybe 2028 issue, and now it's like, okay, do we fast track it? That's kind of the question I'm trying to do.
No, I wouldn't. I would run your business and keep your finger on the pulse. Because let's just say if they did something, it's going to be 26 before they do it. Mm-hmm. And you're without fast tracking, you're already on path to do 27 anyway. You're just doing that as a business model issue, tariffs aside.
Well, I mean, yeah, the issue with starting a factory is at least we've done it once. It's a 9 months to 12-month lead time on machinery, and it's probably, it's a year-long process to really get something from 0 to 1.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would start mapping out and going in 27, this is where I'm going to do it, and I'd start ordering the machinery to do it in 27 because that's what you already had. Your only question is, do you short-circuit it by 12 or 18 months, and I wouldn't.
Okay.
Because I think what's going to end up happening is that you're going to join this crazy chaos rush thing, and you're probably going to end up overpaying for some stuff just to get the thing set up, which would make you wish you paid a small tariff.
Yep.
And, if you get in a hurry and you do this poorly, it's going to end up costing you more, is my point. And and you're not ready to do it right now, cash-wise and everything else. So, I'm probably just, I think you've done a really good job of critical thinking on this. And you're doing a really good job running this business, by the way. It sounds excellent. I like it.
Thank you.
So, so you just think because I'm going to have 40 to 50% of my revenues going forward in the future, I need to have something stateside anyway, and then The only question is how much damage is the tariff going to do to me before I can get there?
That's exactly the question. Yep.
Yeah. And it's 12 months of tariff, if there is one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're telling me anyway. I'm learning from you.
Yep, that's it. I think that's my base case. Although there's always that tail risk of something comes in and just hits you with a 50% out of left field kind of scenario.
Yeah, if he just continues to throw grenades. Yeah.
Yeah.
Metaphorical grenades. But yeah.
let's hope so. We're 1/10 aside, you guys. So
I think we're on the same team, David. At least most Americans think we are. So we'll see. Yeah, but I mean, that's. Oh yeah, what a mess. Yeah, I think what I have experienced working with entree leaders across America, as to whether they're going to, their cost of goods sold, if they're importing an item or pieces of items to build something and do assembly here, they're going to get smacked around if they were ordering out of China pretty good.
Yeah.
But if you already were building made in the USA or, made in Canada, even made in Mexico, we're not seeing much actual effect yet, other than, as you said, a lot of chaos and saber rattling. Mm-hmm. There's all these threats to get people to the table and to get something, get some political capital out of the thing and all that. So, gosh, man, I'm sorry you're facing that because you're too good a guy, but that's the way it is. And, I think you've analyzed it well. I just walking through it with you here, it makes a lot of sense way you're looking at it. I'm going to hold off and just do my normal plan and move when it's time to move. And if I got 12 or 8 months or whatever of time, I mean, you may be able to speed it up a couple months if a thing comes down on you without really incurring any extra huge costs. This is the EntreLeadership Podcast.